Hello everybody, hello and welcome. So today I'm trying out the HORI1300S bike light. That's it there for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. This is a follow-up from a video I did the other day where I opened up this, unboxed it in the house. If you haven't seen that, I'll put the link in the description below. But this is the follow-up video where I actually tried it on the bike. So let's put the bracket on the bike and the light on the bike before we head out in the dark and actually try it out and see what it's like. So with the bracket aid in my hand to show you more clearly how it works. Obviously that's the part there where my thumb is that goes on the handlebars. And that part there, there's the part on the top where the computer can obviously lock into, and that's the part there, quarter mount at the bottom, where your light locks into. And as it hangs below the handlebars, and it has to be that kind of way. Make sure with the HORI, let's say the HORI writing on the side is the right way so that the high and low beam works properly. But that's the mount up close, and you see it just bolts on, which is obviously all included in the pack. So as you can see, I fitted the bike light bracket here. I've already got a bracket here. That is for my bike computer, but this one, of course, you can put a bike computer on the top of here as well, so you wouldn't actually need this one. So you can just use this one if you wanted to. So it does both, which is very, very clever. So this just locks in below. Just click that in. Make sure that, of course, your writing is up the right way, as you can see here, and that's how you know you're going to have high and low beam in the right way. And then your remote control, which is just up here, just a Bluetooth one. As you can see, that works perfectly. You can control the light from that. Very, very clever. And of course, no wires, all Bluetooth. So switch it on and off remotely, and it works flawlessly. And of course, you can control all the settings in there, like the high and low beam and the power settings as well. You can see there the high and low beam, on and off. So it works great just by using the remote control there, which you can see just lights up a little bit there as you're pressing it. And then, of course, you can turn it off with that as well. Long press, turn it off. So that's the light on. Like I say, you can put a bike computer on here if you wanted to. You know, so both on the same thing. Let's try this out on the lines and on the tracks and see what it's like in the dark. So as you can see, I'm out on the bike, and that's a very impressive light, a very wide spread and easily to control using the remote control. Just have on my thumb here. Go into flash mode. If I touch the remote control there, you should see it light up as I press it, and it turns it off and back on again. And as you can see, that's very, very bright. If I turn it off now, you can see the difference. Very, very bright. Does a good job, that does. And then you've got different functions on there. That's the high beam and low beam, which is very clever. That turns one of the lights off and leaves the other one on. So if cars are coming, for example, and then put it back on again. So it's a very handy little feature, that. So cars or people walking along tracks or anywhere you might be cycling, you don't blind them, you can do that. Turn the dip beam if you like in a car, and then put it back up to high beam again. So that's a very, very clever function, very clever. And as you can see by the spread here, I just move it side to side. That's a very, very bright light. So yeah, that's the whole track lit up in front of me. You can see very clearly all the way down the track here, very clearly. And it's got a good spread, as you can see at the side here. I don't know if you can tell from the camera here, but it's got a really good spread. You can see it's lighting these trees up here. I have absolutely no problem at all riding with this at night time. If I shine on the trees here, on the bushes, how bright it actually is. Because I always think with video and lights like this, it's very hard to give a good indication of how bright lights are, how well they work. So just to give you an idea how dark it would be riding up here, let's turn the light off. That's how dark it is. Pitch black. Let's have the light back on here before I crash. That gives you an idea, a better idea of how bright the light is. So as you can see, that's very, very bright. Very bright. I'm even going to use it my own personal spotlight there to finish my video off. So yeah, very impressed with it. Very good light. I'll put the link in the description if you want to put it along and buy yourself one. I'm very impressed with it, and I love the high and low beam function. Very clever. So as always, thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you all later. See you later. Bye bye.